This is a live replay, so feel free to fast forward a little bit if you're watching the replay. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Come in, come in. Happy Friday. How has your week been? Good morning, Miss Cheryl. Good morning, Miss Molly. Has it been a good week? Up and down? Yep. We knew that was going to happen though, right? The cards had already told us. Too much? Uh-oh. Well, you know, we did have the tower pop up on Tuesday, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I experienced a bit of a tower moment. It wasn't like severe, but it was definitely something that, I don't want to say rocked my world, but it was like, oh, okay. So we're going to make some adjustments, right? And that's what we do when we have tower moments, when we have something that is sudden and unexpected, something shifts or something crumbles, right? We want to make sure that we are able to shift with it. We don't want to just, let it suppress us, let it keep us down. That's not what it's for. It's to help us to change our perspective and to shift and to, really see how we can personally overcome the hurdle. So yeah, what does 1111 repeatedly mean? 1111 indicates that you're at a peak spiritual time in your life where what your thoughts and your emotions and your actions are saying are literally being manifested like this, because 11 is a master number, okay? It is the philosopher. So it's asking you, to think about the situation that you're in. So what's been on your mind at that point in time when you're seeing the 1111? So think about what's going on there and how you can see through it or see through a spiritual lens of that situation. Like, how can you move through that situation for your highest good? How can you see the lesson in it all? What are you wanting to manifest out of that situation? And we just have stuff falling off my desk. So, okay. So I hope that helps. Anywho, welcome in, you guys. If you haven't been here before, this is our weekend Tarotscope. This is where we come Mondays and Fridays. We get together and we find out what exactly is coming up in the next few days for us, okay? Instead of using astrology, we use tarot and oracle. The more you come to these sessions, the more they're going to freakily resonate with you. Okay, so just sit back, relax. If you have questions about tarot, numerology, spirituality, life and relationships, all of that, feel free to ask. I don't mind answering those questions. I actually love it. Okay. This is a collective reading. I'm looking at YouTube and TikTok if you didn't know. Okay. So this is a collective reading. It's not a personal reading. If you need a personal reading, they are linked in my bio. Okay. But you can learn a lot about tarot and numerology and spirituality by coming to these sessions and interacting or listening while you're doing something, whatever works best for you. Okay. So what we're going to do first, we are going to boost our energy with the tuning fork. Okay, this is a high frequency tuning fork. We do the tuning fork on Fridays and we do the singing bowl on Mondays. Okay, I am a Reiki master. I do love using tuning forks and bowls and all that fun stuff. So this fork, you see it's small. Sometimes you see on videos that people have like long tuning forks. They're at different frequencies, right? This one is at a very high frequency. That's why it's so small. It's considered to be an angel frequency. So what that means is it's a very high pitched, and your body takes on that vibration if you allow it and you listen to that singing. Okay. If you choose not to, then you stay at the same vibration. Okay. So this only lasts a few seconds. All you do is listen and breathe, and that's it. You don't have to do anything extra, okay? So I'm going to strike it back here so I don't accidentally hurt your ears. If you do have in earbuds, just be aware that when I strike it, it could be a little bit loud, but I will move it, back and forth between YouTube and TikTok so everybody can hear it, all right? Like I said, it's only a few seconds, so just breathe, soak it in, and then we're going to get started with the reading, okay? All right, here we go. See, there we go. Nice and easy. Good morning, everybody coming in. Hey, Miss Tracy, I'm glad you found me on YouTube. So here's the thing, you guys. Like, look, with all the crap that's going down with Meta, I'm not engaging on their platform as much as I was in the past because they're constantly causing problems for creators. It's like a massive manipulation, and I'm not going to play any part in that. Okay, so I moved my stuff over to YouTube, my lives over to YouTube, and I actually like it. I think it's easier because it automatically uploads instead of me having to download it from Instagram or TikTok, which takes forever. It automatically uploads to YouTube, so y'all don't have to wait for the replay, and it's just a whole better situation, right? So, anywho, but I'm glad you found me, Miss Tracy. All right, so let's get our fairy blessing for the weekend. And then, hey, Miss Regina. And then we are going to get into the reading using the divination book, okay? If you don't know how to use the divination book, well, today's the day you're going to learn, all right? So focus on this deck. This is the fairy blessing cards. We're going to find out what our fairy blessing is for the weekend. What is our fairy blessing for the weekend? A blessing from a fairy determined to help you. Look at that. A blessing from a fairy determined to help you. Now, we talk about this all the time. We talk about how our spirit guides, fairy realms, divine source energy, they always are ready to help, but they can't help until you ask for help, right? So if you're not asking, they're just kind of sitting there like, are you going to tap us in? Like, can we come in at any time? Like, you let me know when you're ready, right? So we have this help available to you this weekend. And it's like this energy that's like, you just tell me what you need and I'm ready. It's kind of like your bestie or your wingman, like just tap me in and I'm ready to go. Okay. So you have the opportunity of this. We have number 45. So in numerology, 4 is looking at what is and doing what is necessary. It's a very logical, very practical type of energy. 5 is something has changed. Okay, so something has shifted, something has changed. So now we need to look at what is and we need to do what is necessary. And this fairy is like, look, I got you. I will help you with this. You just let me know you need the help. Okay, and they are like, they can do things that you can't imagine. So why not ask for help? Right? Because we can only see this limited view, but they can see everything. So yeah, I'm always like, hey, help me with this, bring me this, and it happens. Okay, so you have this blessing this weekend of this fairy presence, this energy, divine source energy, whatever you choose to call it, wants to help you. How to ask? You literally just ask like you're asking something from me. Okay, you want to treat the other side the same way that you would treat somebody here. Okay, well, maybe nicer. But what I mean is when you're interacting with them, you literally just say, hey, divine source energy, my fairy friends, whoever you want to talk to, I need help with this. Okay, I need you to bring me, like, for instance, when I was building my business, and I still do this from time to time, like when I opened up the Quantum Master Academy, I said, bring me the perfect students for this experience. Boom. And they did. Okay. If I am doing something new with my business or personally, I say, if this is the right step for my highest good, let me know. Send me a sign. Boom. There you go. Okay. And so when we look at the 4 and the 5 as a numerological vibration, 4 plus 5 is 9. We're in a 9 year, right? 9 is things are coming to fruition. 9 is like a very high spiritual attainment. Okay. So that's why I said the fairy energy can see more than what you can see. So that's why you want to ask for help, because you only have limited human vision. Okay. So ask for help. It's okay. Right. And then expect to receive help. Everything pointed to quitting my job this morning, and now I'm not sure what to do. Well, why are you not sure what to do? I use the help all the time, especially with parking spots. Oh man, I always talk to my parking fairy. I always talk to my parking fairy. I'm like, all right, girl, where you at? Help me get a parking spot. And then when I do, I'm always thanking them. You have to express gratitude. Don't forget that. Okay. Imagine like you went to go help somebody with something and they're like, and they just walk off. You're like, you're welcome. It's not like you're doing something nice to get something from them, but it is nice to be appreciated, right? So whenever you ask for help and you receive the help, express gratitude, because that lets the divine source energy know that you want more of that, okay? That is something good for you. They want everything good for you. Believe it or not, you're not being punished. You're not being oppressed. They want to lift you up and help you out of the situation, but you have to be the one to ask for help and you have to be the one to participate in it. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the divination book. Okay? If you don't know how to use the divination book, I'm going to teach you. It is so simple, right? This is a tarot divination book. This book has the tarot cards direct and reverse in the book. What you do is you connect to it and then you intuitively turn to a page, and that is your reading for the day, okay? The book is called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. I wrote this book for people who want to use tarot, but don't want to have to learn tarot. Or if you're wanting to learn tarot, this is a great source as well, because what these readings are geared towards is you taking your power back. Okay, so it's not about the basic meanings of the cards. It's giving you a reading on how you can take charge for the day. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to treat it like a tarot deck. You're going to knock on it. Okay, because we want to knock off any energy that has settled on or around or in the book, just like you would a tarot deck. Okay, we want fresh new energy of the right now. I do the same thing with tarot decks. Always knock on them or do something, smoke cleanse, whatever you want to do to get that energy, that stagnant energy out. You're going to use your energy centers and your palms. Now, if you get this book, I've got it linked for you. It's on the Zon, okay? You want to connect with this book, but don't worry, there's instructions in here, okay? I wrote clear-cut instructions for you, so you don't have to memorize this, okay? Use your energy centers and your palms. You're going to connect to the book. You're going to deep breathe, because we want to focus our energy. We don't do chaotic energy over here. That is not real divination. Okay, that's not real spiritual work. We want to slow down everything and focus. Right now, as you're watching this, you can focus on this book, and we're all going to get our reading. Deep breath. And we ask the book, what is our message for today, Friday? You can ask it once, or you can ask it twice or 3 times. What is our message for today, Friday? What is our message for today, Friday? And then you intuitively turn to a page, and that is your reading for the day. We got the 8 of Wands, okay? So here's your reading for today, Friday. Today you drew the 8 of Wands. Today you can expect significant progress. I mean, hell yeah. Whether you have a general goal you're working towards or you're looking for love, you are being carried forward, and who knows, Cupid's arrow may land in your heart. Because the 8 of Wands is about wands moving swiftly through the air, and the universe is helping and guiding. Well, hello, we have a fairy determined to help you, right? So imagine this fairy is like, okay, you have a goal, whether it be a project, whether it be travel, whether it be love. She's like, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to make sure that arrow gets exactly where you want to be or better. Okay, let me finish. Pay attention to where your energy is focused and keep it positive because that's where you're headed, and fast because the Eight of Wands is fast movement, okay? You can expect a smooth and speedy trip if you have travel plans today and your communication is on point, okay? You're cleaning out the garage. Ooh, that's great. Getting all that shit out of there. So let me write this down. You can do the same thing when you're doing the readings for yourself. You can write them down. That way you can reflect back on them and see how your day was in accordance to that reading, okay? Let's see. Yes, always do that. Ask for an easier route. And I heard, nice. Good for you, Patty. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do this again now. We're going to focus on the book. Deep breath. Focus the energy. Ask the book, what is our message for Saturday? What is our message for Saturday? What is our message for Saturday? We got the Knight of Swords reverse. I mean, it wouldn't be a weekend of ours if we didn't have something coming in reverse, right? Okay, so here we go. Today you drew the Knight of Swords reversed. Today you may find yourself feeling distracted, and that distraction can lead to aggression. It's definitely a day to practice the pause, okay? Because remember, Knights represent action. They want forward movement, and they want to go quickly because they also represent a younger person, okay? And those young people in their 20s, boy, they want to go, right? They want to experience everything, do the things, they want to do it fast. They don't have time for slow progress, right? So it's telling you to practice the pause because this Knight is in reverse. He's not really thinking about what he's doing. He's saying shit, he's thinking shit, he's just like kind of all over the place or literally afraid to do something. They're letting fear take over. So it says when we act with aggression, it's usually because a boundary has been crossed or we feel out of control and become fearful. Then we wind up saying or doing things we regret later. If you feel frustrated today, recognize it. Pause and pull your goddess power back in. You've got this. Now, this could be you feeling like the Knight of Swords in reverse, or it could be you dealing with somebody who is acting in the Knight of Swords reverse type of energy, okay? So that would be somebody saying ugly things to you or telling you things that you want to hear. You know, you're going to have to discern. This is a collective reading. You're going to have to discern what they are doing and how they are portraying themselves as the Knight of Swords in reverse. Remember, swords are thoughts, ideas, communication. When they're in reverse, it is not good. It's not honest or it's not focused. Make sense? So think about how your brain is working tomorrow when you're in the energy. If it feels down, low, scattered, all of that, what can you do to fix that? Come back to center. If you're dealing with somebody who is the Knight of Swords in reverse, then you set a boundary. Okay, you have a conversation like, you know what? I don't like where this is going. I don't like the way you're speaking to me. Boundary drawn. Like, if you do this again, I'm out. Whatever it needs to be, you know. All right, let me write this down. And then we're going to find out what our energy is for Sunday. Okay, again, if you're wanting to use the book, it's linked in my bio, or you could just find it on Amazon, Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess, okay? What if when I do readings, I feel extremely dizzy? Is that normal? Are you grounding your energy? You do want to make sure that you're grounding your energy because I know, like, whenever somebody's going through a lot, or I'm in a place it's got a lot of people, I feel dizzy. And it's all that energy hitting me, right? Sometimes I feel drunk. And I'm not drunk. Like, I was doing readings for a company for their Christmas party, funnily enough. And somebody came and sat down to get a reading, and I was like, oof. I was like, okay, that tells me instantly that something's going on with that person, you know, in their lives. And it's stressful because they are radiating this stress, and it makes me feel drunk. Sometimes a person will have overall like really good energy, and it makes me dizzy. So you have to figure out, you know, which kind of dizzy. Is it good? Is it negative? What are you picking up? But also make sure that you're grounding your energy, okay? How would you prefer us to purchase your book? What benefits you most? Oh, that is so thoughtful, Melissa. Just the only way you can do it is through Amazon. So, yeah, thank you for that. That was really thoughtful. I appreciate that. Like most people, want the cheapest route or don't care if it benefits somebody. But yeah, just go through the link on my bio. It takes you directly to Amazon. And yeah, thank you so much. Okay. And you guys, I rewrote this book several times. I wanted it to be perfect for y'all. Like the first few times was not acceptable. And people thought I was crazy and they're laughing at me. And I'm like, no, it has to be right because I want you to feel like you're being supported through these readings. So, okay, let's do Sunday's reading. Remember, focus on the book. Take a deep breath. And ask the book, what is our message for Sunday? What is our message for Sunday? What is our message for Sunday? We got the 9 of Swords reversed. Okay, that's better when it's reversed. Let's talk about it. All right, here's your reading for Sunday. Today you drew the 9 of Swords reversed. It's time to de-stress and decompress, love. Whatever has had your mind swirling so much to where you can't think or sleep needs to take a break. During stressful times, you can often forget that you have the answers you need within. You already know the truth, but are you willing to accept it? Acknowledging stress and working through it is the only way to find relief. So let's say we have the Knight of Swords in reverse on Saturday. Stressful, maybe something's going on. Maybe, honestly, maybe you have like a migraine on Saturday. Okay, it can be that because remember, the swords are thoughts, ideas, and communication. So it could be something going with the head, something going on with the throat. Maybe you're just not feeling that great and you're just kind of like really bummed out and you're not feeling good. And then on Sunday, you start to feel better. Maybe if you have a migraine, your migraine is getting better. You're getting some relief, okay? It could be maybe on Saturday you're feeling stressed about something. Something has you in fear mode. And then on Sunday, you can think more clearly. You can process the situation better, okay? So just understand that on Saturday, might be a little bit of scattered stuff. If somebody says something out of pocket, don't take it personally. Like you should do that anytime. Anytime anybody says anything out of pocket, like, yeah, that's on you. That's not on me. You're projecting your shit onto me. Obviously, if you haven't hurt them, done anything to offend them. Oh, Marlo, the first card was the 8 of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, I just saw that. You're sick right now, working from home. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, focus your intention on feeling better. Set the affirmations. My body is healing every minute of the day. My body's getting better every minute of the day. Talk to Archangel Raphael. Say, Archangel Raphael, I need you to come in and heal my body. Okay? All right, so yeah, 9 of Swords in reverse. It's just letting all of those negative thoughts, negative, conversations, whatever, just slip away because anything that's causing you stress or migraines doesn't need to be in your life, right? And it's not about just like, well, I'm going to cut you out. I'm going to cut you out. I'm going to cut you out. You also have to have personal awareness. Like, how am I letting this stress me out? Is this something I'm trying to control? Or is this person like constantly crossing boundaries? Okay. So if it's somebody crossing boundaries, then you've got to set the boundary and you've got to follow through. Okay. All right, so writing that down so I don't forget. All right, now we are going to get into Oracle and we're going to see how they confirm the message. What other messages do we need to know? How do they help? Because remember, we have the fairy determined to help you. So whatever you need, all you do is ask and be ready to receive that help. That's the problem that people forget is they forget the receptive part. And they forget that also being in the receptive part means that there might be something that comes up and you have to take divinely inspired action. It doesn't mean that you just sit back and do nothing. Okay? So let's get some Oracle. Hang on, let me make sure I didn't. Snow expected Saturday, Sunday. Oh, man. I kind of wish we got snow, but tomorrow it's supposed to be 80-something degrees here. It's crazy. Great. I'll be going to the Chinese parade. Oh, that's awesome, Priscilla. Thank you, Glenn. Yes, if you do get the book, please write a review. I would greatly appreciate it. That really does help me out. Okay. So listen, let me be honest. Whenever you put something on Amazon, like you really don't get paid much on it. Okay. Like I don't get much money for these books at all. I did this as a passion project because I wanted you to have this in your home, something for you to use that is easily doable. Okay. So if you leave a review, that really helps me the most. Okay. As far as I know, the last time I checked, all reviews were 5-star, which I greatly appreciate it, except for one. Somebody left me a 4-star review, but their description was that they loved the book and everything was great. I'm like, why? you know, but it is what it is, right? Maybe they have a hard time giving people 5-star reviews. That's okay. But yes, so a way to help with the book is to review it. I would greatly appreciate that. Excuse me. All right, so let's get some oracle messages and see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know this weekend? You have a recommendation how to bond better with your tarot cards. When I read that, I don't feel connected. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I teach in my Tarot Apprenticeship, you guys. So the thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to just pick up a deck and start using it, okay? Because yeah, you haven't built that bond with your deck. This is your energetic tool, right? This is like your new bestie. So you want to get to know your new bestie and you want your bestie to get to know you, right? So there's different ways that you can bond with your deck. And one of the ways that I teach in my tarot class is to sleep with each card, the major arcana, next to you. And that's one way you can bond. You can sleep with the whole deck next to you, whatever you feel is appropriate. But yeah, you have to connect with your deck and you want to go through it. You want to, look at the imagery. You want to bless and ground your deck and white light your deck. There's so many different things that people do miss about connecting with the deck and how to get it set up for proper readings. Just because, with tarot becoming a fad now, the lessons and the what do you mean, like the training and the apprenticeship of tarot has been lost. And so it's causing a lot of improper readings, toxicity, and things like that. So yeah, you definitely want to get to know your deck. You definitely want to cleanse and bless your deck. You want to set up your whole tarot reading space and everything. So yeah, I go through all of that in my tarot apprenticeship. Okay. You can go through it at your own time, at your own pace, and you get lifetime access to it. Okay. It's the same things that I teach my live class students, right? But you can go at your own pace. Oh, I don't even know what happened there. Okay. Very diluted. Yeah. I liked my own live, apparently. My bad. Me and technology, man. Okay. Let's get back into it. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Okay. I don't normally do the flyaways, right? So we know when they jump out, they're important. Okay, so we got appreciation. Remember how I said when something good happens to you or when you receive the help that you asked for, you want to show gratitude, right? Well, the same thing for the appreciation card. Now, it's hard to tell on camera. I'm going to show you YouTube and TikTok. These are thorny bushes right here, okay? But she's holding on to the flower and she's appreciating the beauty amidst all the thorns, okay? So it's like you finding ways to appreciate where you are in life, appreciate all the wonderful things that are happening in your life, even though it could be a shitstorm everywhere else, right? So when we have number 15, this is you setting the intention because 1 is very focused energy. 1 is actionable energy and 5 is doing something different, right? You're noticing the difference in, like the positive and the negative, the good and the bad, whatever you want to call it, right? And you're appreciating the positive. And we bring it together, 6 is love. It is nurturing, but it's also responsibility, okay? 6 is telling you, well, 15 separated, then come to 6, is telling you it is your responsibility to express gratitude, to show appreciation, not just for the things around you or the good things that are happening to you, but also for all that you possess. Okay? How do you expect other people to appreciate you when you don't even appreciate yourself? Okay? It's not meant to put you in like this ego place. It's meant to put you in a place of self-love and self-realization. All right? Let me close that up. See what else we need to know. Just talking about that being focused with a map. Yeah, good for you, Priscilla. I'm so proud of you. All right, let's see what else we need to know. You know, on Sunday as well, both Saturday and Sunday, because we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. If there's something stressing you out and you're kind of getting overwhelmed, right? So it's causing you to stay stuck and you're just continually stressing and stressing. Do something. Do one little thing that can help you to alleviate that stress, okay? Then maybe on Sunday you feel so much better and you maybe continue the momentum. Like for me, I was telling my son the other day, I was going through and cleaning out a big portion of my closet because when my brain feels full, whole ADHD brain type of thing, when my brain feels full and scattered, I can come to center and I know that if I have too much of stuff around me, that affects me, right? I feel so much better when I clean something out and I get rid of the clutter. It literally helps your brain. That's psychology, okay? So I was cleaning out my closet and I told him, I said, anytime I start feeling stuck or anything like that, I start cleaning stuff out and get rid of things that I literally know that I don't need, right? So you can do that. You needed to hear that? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Whoops. Is it important to always close up oracle cards before drawing? No, you don't have to. I just do it so I don't get them scattered all over the place because I have literally like 50 decks. That's ridiculous. So no, I just do it so I don't make a mess and they don't get mixed up. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Focus on the deck. Ask it the question, what else do we need to know this weekend? All right, we have number 44. So we have 4 happening twice, right? And we have strength in reverse. So this, I love to read. If you're going to do oracle cards, you don't have to memorize the oracle cards. Okay, let's take that off your plate. You literally can read from the oracle card book because they have great stories. Okay, I'm going to show you. Tarot, you do need to memorize because tarot is a whole nother language. It is very intricate. Oracle, you don't have to. So let's see, it's number 44. Again, like I said, it's 4 twice. So what does that mean? We're doubling the energy of 4. 4 is responsibility. 4 is practicality. 4 is safety and security. Okay? So when we have strength in reverse, it says, when you see the strength card reversed, pay particular attention to your health, for this indicates that your body, mind, and spirit need strengthening at this time. Exercise, rest, and proper nutrition are necessary to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork, as now is the time for building your stamina. Perhaps you feel the bonds weakening in a relationship. If they are in danger of being broken, they may need repair. Attend to them before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong, face the reality of your relationship at this time, and give it your attention, for any fragile threads may give way. Let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. We're just talking about this. See? I mentioned a migraine. Yep. That's what I'm saying. This is how we interpret tarot to be, we have to see how it resonates with how we live life now, right? We keep the meanings of the cards as they are, and we see how they resonate with life now. That's why I threw in, maybe you're going to have a migraine, okay? And that could keep you up. So it's telling you to take care of your health. Now, this is going to be your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health. Because if you don't, nobody else will. That is not their job. It is your job. That's why it's number 44, your job. okay? And you know, if you're in a not so good relationship and you know that it's not meant to last, what are you doing? I know ripping off the Band-Aid is scary and you might hurt some feelings, but guess what? This is what I tell all my coaching clients, okay? Because you can come to me for tarot or coaching. You don't have to just do tarot. You can come for one or the other. I love coaching just as much as tarot. I love them both equally. Um, okay, so what I tell my clients is if they're coming to me with relationship issues and they know that the relationship just isn't it, I tell them, look, I know that you're afraid to hurt that person's feelings. However, you are keeping them from meeting their person. So set them free. Do them a favor because you're also doing yourself a favor. But if you're staying in the relationship because you don't want to hurt somebody or you spent so many years with them and you just feel obligated, set them free. Okay? See it as you're doing them a favor. Does that make sense? You literally had a dream about this. Okay. That's your situation. Okay. See? And it happens all the time. So don't feel bad. Just set them free. I got a dumpster today and gutting out my whole house. Oh, nice, Michelle. I like it. I'm talking straight to you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Marlo. We have to do the hard things, okay? If you're unwilling to do the hard things, then you can expect to be miserable in life. Okay? I mean, it's not fun, but it's temporary. Okay? You will get past it. It is temporary. But just think about if you don't do it, you are prolonging the suffering, and that's not going to feel temporary, is it? Because you are making it forever. Let that sink in. All right, let's keep going. Focus on the deck. And let's see what else we need to know this weekend. Whoa, calm down. What else do we need to know this weekend? And it could be on Saturday. You know, you like today you're having a good day. And then Saturday you're having this day where somebody says something out of pocket to you. And you're like, oh, okay, that's probably the last straw. You know, I've had enough. And then on Sunday, you decide, you know what, this is enough. I'm setting a boundary or I'm making a decision, and you're releasing stress off of you. Kind of like whenever you know that you have to make a hard decision, you know, you have to do the hard thing, and it's been weighing heavily on you for so long. But then when you finally have that tough conversation, it's like all of that weight is lifted off. And you're like, wow, I actually feel better. You know, even though you're in a rocky situation, you actually feel better because you finally made it real. You finally spoke it into existence that, you know what, this isn't working for me. And this could be a love relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a career, whatever this is. You're like, you know what, this isn't working for me. And I've got to let this go. And then now you've just opened yourself up to endless possibilities. You have stopped limiting yourself. Can y'all see what that says? It says opening. You saw me. I didn't even look at the card yet. And it's number 35. 5 is a theme for this weekend, okay? Now, not everybody here is going through relationship issues, right? This could be that you are opening up to something new. Maybe today you have like this great energy, everything's going well, and then tomorrow you feel like a little bit of scattered, like can't even collect my thoughts, whatever. Maybe you have a headache, I don't know. Sunday, we have the swords dropping out with the 9 of Swords in reverse, and something is finally opening up for you. It's kind of like I am blossoming, I am becoming, I am stepping into this energy. Yeah, like purging your house. I know it's backwards, yeah. So there we go. Yeah, 5 is a theme. So 3 is communication. 3 is also expression and creativity. Okay, 5 is change. It's a pivotal moment in your life. We bring 3 and 5 together. Guess what? It's 8. 8 is that karmic energy. 8 is financial abundance. So what happens when you open yourself up to endless possibilities? Well, amazing endless possibilities can come to you. Make sense? I love doing these readings. They're so fun. Oh, tribe. Those of you in my tribe, stay tuned in the tribe. I have something fun that I'm posting for y'all today. We're going to do a fun challenge together for the full moon coming up. But you'll see what it is soon. All right, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know this weekend? Ooh, I like this. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Maybe that's something that comes up on Saturday. Okay, I'm going to read you the back of the card. It says, the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that's ready to be healed? Let me tell you, shame will keep you back for years. It did to me, because I was like, God, I made stupid decisions when I was younger, and this and this and that. And, I was like punishing myself for years for shit that I didn't even know how to navigate through, right? So don't punish yourself and let shame go. Like, really remind yourself, you know what? I was doing the best with what I knew at the time. Okay. And you have to let that go, just like children. This is all we're all just like trying to wing it here through life. Nobody has all the answers. And if they act like they do, you need to run because that's cult-like behavior. But, whenever you feel guilt and shame about something, then if there's nothing that you can do to make it right, then you're going to have to do everything to let it go. Does that make sense? So let's say you feel guilt and shame over hurting someone. What do you need to do to make it right? You need to apologize. You need to change your behavior. Okay? If it's something that you've done to yourself or whatever, then you're just going to have to let it go and realize that you were just doing the best that you could with what you knew. Okay? That's all you got to do. Today's soul action: heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. My soul's truth is, and then you fill in the blank. Okay? So it could be that maybe on Saturday something comes up, either something you do or something somebody else does to you. It could be like you actually do it on Saturday, or it could be something that bubbles up. Okay? So again, it's going to be different for everybody, and deal with it. Don't let it be prolonged. It could be maybe there is an issue with a relationship and you're feeling shameful because you're not doing anything about it. Maybe you're punishing yourself. Maybe you're punishing your partner because you're not happy. You have to have that self-awareness of, I've been staying here for too long. What is that deck? That is the Soul Truth. You can find it on Amazon. I always hold it there so you can screenshot it. Okay. Let's do this one. Yeah, thank y'all for helping each other. All right. Let's see what else. Golly, they were just like dropping out today. Ooh, ride the current. Embrace change, which is interesting because I was just telling you that 5 is a recurring theme in these readings or in these cards. Okay. So it says, embrace the change, flow with the rhythm, and release resistance. Answers unfold in the dance of transition. Remember how I said when you finally acknowledge the issue and you speak it into existence, like you make it reality of like, okay, I'm acknowledging this. And either you have the conversation with yourself or you have the conversation with another person, you have just released that burden. Okay. Now you've opened yourself up to healing or to opportunity or your next highly, productive action, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Divinely inspired action. Okay. The other side, tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. So there you go. That's why I keep saying it doesn't have to be a love situation, right? Not everybody's in a relationship. Not everybody's in a toxic relationship. It could be career. It could be a friendship. It could be just yourself, your relationship with yourself. When we have collective readings like this, we like to leave it open to where you can pinpoint where it is in your life. Okay? If you do a personal reading or coaching session, then we get intricate and we get personalized. And I kid you not, a feather just floated by where I'm sitting. Oh, I love that. You know what's funny is I was walking through my bedroom earlier this morning and I saw a feather and I was like, oh, thank you. See, we always want to acknowledge the spiritual. We always want to acknowledge miracles. We always want to acknowledge what we can't see, okay? Because the more you acknowledge it, the more it gets closer to you. And the more you're going to start to see amazing things happen in your life. And I know this for sure because I've experienced it. I've been talking about this for years, okay? Not only have I seen spirit, but I've also just naturally allowed myself to get into alignment with the cosmos, okay? I've allowed myself to finally start trusting the universe. And let me tell you, there is so much peace to allowing yourself to trust the universe, okay? Because anytime I start getting in that low vibration, whether it be me or the collective energy I'm feeling, I'm like, nope, I drop it down. And I'm like, I trust the universe because the universe brought me here for a reason, brought me to this place, right? I chose this life. And the universe is helping me. And by universe, I include all of divine source energy, my spirit guides, my ancestors, the fairy realm. I mean, all of that. I include all of that because I'm like, hey, whoever wants to help me, come on in. Okay? And you can do the same thing. As long as you are from the highest good, for the highest good, you are welcome in my life. All right. What else do we need to know? Focus on the deck. Whoop, all right. Focus on the deck. If you have scattered energy, just take a deep breath. What else do we need to know this weekend? Hermit, retreat and recharge. Okay. There might be something, like I said, there might be something Saturday or Sunday where you have got to focus on your health. This is going to be your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health. Okay. The hermit knows when to retreat. The hermit knows, like, you know what? It's not a good time for me. I'm going to go take care of myself. I'm going to go within and figure out the solution to the issue. Or I know that my body is telling me something, so I'm going to go rest and relax. Okay. The hermit makes no apologies for doing these things for themselves. Does that make sense? The hermit is wise, and they got wise because they listen to their bodies, they listen to the higher realms, they just know. Okay? They don't let outside influences keep them from doing what is necessary for themselves. Okay? All right, let's do the Kipper deck. Let's see what comes out. Let's see. What else do we need to know this weekend? We keep getting this card. Courtship. Is this going to be our next community card? So, okay, look at there. There's a number 4, right? Why isn't it 2? Well, let me tell you. Courtship is not just about love and relationships, okay? Courtship is entertaining an idea or entertaining something, like doing what is necessary to cultivate a relationship, a project to fruition, a new career, a business, whatever this may be, okay? 4 is, remember, we said it is that doing what is necessary, right? To build a solid foundation, looking at what is. So if you're looking at your relationships, how are you both interacting in this relationship? Is it healthy? And it's not just love relationships that I'm talking about. This again, love, friendship, family, coworkers, whatever. Okay? How is this relationship getting on? What are you doing to keep the relationship alive? What are they doing to keep the relationship alive? Like, how is this happening? Also, if you have a project you're working on, this could be a creative project, it could be a new business, whatever this is, how are you supporting that? Okay, what are you doing to help that along? How are you courting that? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, because when somebody, like when a man is interested in a woman, he will go through hell and high water to make sure that she knows that he is interested, right? So if he's not doing that, then that tells you he's not interested. So if you are not doing what is necessary, if you're not doing or going through hell or high water for your project, then maybe you're just not that interested, or you need to figure out what's going on that's keeping you from doing that. Maybe you're self-sabotaging. People do that all the time. I used to do it all the time. Still catch myself almost doing it, and I'm like, you know? So courtship is entertaining something, you know, supporting something like this is what I want, so I'm going to help this along. Okay. Does that analogy make sense? Oh, I like that. New business here in creation. Sparty Pants Apothecary. Love it. Love it. Love it. And let me tell you, when you're on the path to something great, you will experience obstacles. You will experience major obstacles. And it's not to punish you. It's to build your character, to build your authenticity, to prove to yourself that, yes, this is important to me. This is what I want. This is what I know is my soul calling. Okay. So if you start hitting obstacles, it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. It literally, if it's calling to your soul, it literally means that you're meant to overcome this. As somebody who has had to overcome many obstacles in my business career, like if I listened to everybody that talks shit to me, I wouldn't be here. I'd be working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. I would be miserable, and I wouldn't be doing myself or anybody else any service, any justice, right? I knew that I was supposed to be doing this. I just knew at a soul level. Okay. So if you know at a soul level that you are meant to do something and you hit an obstacle, please don't let it stop you. You know, that whole 3 feet from gold thing, that is real. So like I said, if I had let people talk me out of it, or if I had, you know, let their shit talking push me down, then I wouldn't be here, and I would be miserable. So I'm like, I'm not letting you dictate my future. Okay. So just know, sorry, the universe will give you obstacles, and that's just for you to overcome. And you probably, it wouldn't surprise me if before you came to this life, you set up these certain obstacles and you're like, I want to show myself that I can do it this time. I can accomplish this dream. I can work through all of this. Okay. So don't let it hold you back. Let it fuel your fire. Kind of like on Pitch Perfect, Fat Amy, where she gets hit with the burrito and she's like, hey, you still got a little burrito. She's like, it fuels my hate fire. Me and my kids repeat that line all the time. And so I love to see it as, instead of fueling your hate fire, it just fuels your soul fire, or whatever you want to say. Like, it just makes me laugh. But that's what I think of every time. How to become more patient. As somebody who is not a fan of the P word, I can tell you, let me get a drink. How to become more patient is to know that if it's meant to be, it will be. And you don't have to worry about things. Okay. You let the universe figure it out and sort it out for you. Okay. And to know that if you try to rush something, you could be causing yourself problems. So think about like your life is like a giant chessboard, okay? And you're wanting to get to the other side to checkmate, Okay, so I don't even play chess, but I'm going to give you this analogy. And you've got like a master chess player. I don't know if they're called, but you have a master chess player playing with you. But you're like, well, I want to get there as fast as possible. So I'm just going to like jump here and try to do this and this and that. And they're like, yeah, if you do that, you're going to be out in like one move, right? Because they can see all the different aspects of what is possible in that game. It's the same thing with the universe, okay? You're wanting to get to this outcome and you would like it to be faster, but the universe is like, but wait a minute, there's all these different possibilities. If you give us a second, we will forge a plan to get you there in the best way possible that causes you the least amount of resistance, that can get you there to where it's not going to crumble, all of that. So it's like you just have to be patient and knowing that the universe can see more than what you can see. And if it's meant to be, that you will get there. No questions asked. I hope that makes sense. If not, please feel free to ask more questions. Thank you for this because I'm actually restoring furniture in my garage as I'm listening to you. Oh, I love doing that. It's really helping boost me because I'm up against some difficulty with it today. Oh yeah, it's not easy, but I like doing that. This desk I actually want to redo. I have some other furniture pieces that I want to redo. I have my old, I have an old dresser that was from my grandfather that I use as like a buffet in my dining area, and I redid that one. So yeah, I love doing those. That's fun. We have a little hiccup for my project and will debut later than I want, but it's in process. Good for you. Do you think if I make my own tarot, will it work like drawing it? I mean, do you know? Okay, I'm going to look at this both ways. If you want to create your own tarot, then you can literally create your own tarot, your own meanings, your own symbology, your own numerology, all of that. So yeah, you can create your own. If you're drawing tarot cards as far as like the Rider-Waite deck, why not go get the Rider-Waite deck? Because you have to know the symbology, you have to know the meanings, the numerology, all of that in order for it to be effective. Because think about this. Let me show you. The Fool card has the meanings because everything on here is symbolic. Okay, so it gives this card a certain vibration. So that's why I'm saying if you're going to draw this picture, I mean, go for it. But it would be easier if you just go get the deck. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they're not that expensive. So you can save up your own money and go get the deck. But yeah, the symbols on the cards give the card a certain vibration. And they also give it a vibration when you read it in reverse. Okay, so it's not that the tarot cards are just paper. Symbols actually hold weight. They hold vibration. They hold meaning. Okay, so does the numerology. So I hope that answers your question. There are people that I've seen that have taken like index cards and made their own like oracle deck that just has like things written on them. I mean, yeah, why not? But yeah, if you're wanting to create your own tarot deck, that would be different depending on what you're trying to do. All right, let's get into the money deck and see what our money message is for the weekend. Okay, focus on the deck. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Ooh, reconsider a decision. This is in regards to your finances, okay? What decision do you have coming up in regards to a major purchase or something that you've already been involved in and it's not working out, all right? It's telling you to reconsider a decision when it comes to your finances. So think about that this weekend. Maybe you need to cancel some things that you don't even use that you're paying for, okay? Maybe you need to get into something that maybe you've been doubting is right for you. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. So reconsider. Maybe somebody's wanting to borrow money from you and you're like, I don't know about that. Maybe you're trying to borrow money and maybe you shouldn't. Okay. So reconsider a decision when it comes to your finances this weekend, because it's telling you there might be something better out there. Maybe you're going to make a decision that you're going to regret later. You really want to focus on that, because we do have, I think Jupiter just went direct in Gemini. So Gemini is the twins. Gemini is looking at both sides. Jupiter wants to expand. Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion and growth, right? So it's telling you to rethink, look at both sides of the situation and see what's going to be for your highest good in that situation, because Jupiter also is about your spiritual learning, your spiritual self. Okay. So yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Let's see what else. Oh, let's do the Spirit of the Animal, because we do love this deck. And then we will do the Rebel deck. All right, let's see. Ooh. Focus on the deck and ask it, what is our spirit animal message for the weekend? Oh, we have pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success, right? So today, we do have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands are quick and swift action forward towards a goal, okay? So whatever it is that you know needs to be done for yourself, maybe to de-stress or get you to that goal or to surrender to the universe, you are responsible for taking this action. And it's telling you, you have everything. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle, right? You have everything within to achieve this goal, so stop doubting yourself. Whoops, as I drop it. Okay, let's get into the Rebel deck. Now, listen, if you get easily offended, can I show this box? Yeah. It's on Amazon. But yeah, let's get into the Rebel deck. If you're easily offended, this is your chance to scroll away. How is the Oracle card read and reverse? Not all Oracle decks are meant to be read in reverse. So, only some of them are. So the way to know is to literally just look at the book. If you're wanting to read Oracle, Oracle is very straightforward. Oracle is what it is. Okay. Tarot, like I said, is more intricate and it is a language. So, yeah, if you want to know if it's meant to be read reverse, just, look at the book and it'll tell you. That's why I say, like, don't worry about memorizing your Oracle cards, because you can get so many different oracles with so many different themes, right? You don't have to memorize all of that. Tarot, you do need to memorize, right? It's like going to another country and trying to speak their language, but you're like, I don't remember what that means. So you feel uncomfortable and you don't know what to say. There's also people on this app who want to change the meanings of the cards. And that's like going to another country and be going, saying like, I don't like the way y'all say that, so I want you to change it to this. Kind of like that girl. Have y'all seen the videos about oh gosh, I can't think of her name right now, but she's an American citizen and she went to Pakistan and she's like, yeah, we need to change some things up here. It's a whole hot mess. It's on TikTok. Y'all are so sweet. But anyways, yeah, so it's like going to another country and be like, no, I don't like the way you do this, so we're going to do it my way. And they're like, nah, get out of here. Doesn't work that way, okay? So tarot, you want to keep the same meanings, learn what they are, memorize what they are, direct and reverse, and see how they align with how we do things today, okay? And again, I teach all of this in Tarot Apprenticeship. You can check it out through the link in my bio. I also, if you're on TikTok, I also have a series. It's Tarot 101 that you can find in my little series tab. And you can go check that out first before you get into Tarot Apprenticeship if you want to check that out to see if you like my teaching style, okay? Whoops. What am I teaching here? We just did a weekend Tarotscope. I do teach tarot and numerology and all those things. But yeah, we're closing up our reading for the weekend. I'll have the replay up in just a little bit. But yeah, so we're doing the Tarotscope. Okay, this is the Rebel deck, like I said. Oh my gosh. Okay, whoever just came in who has toxic energy, not toxic, chaotic energy, take a deep breath, please. Just breathe. Okay? Because it never fails. When my cards start doing that, that's somebody that just came into the live that's like struggling. See? That's what I was just saying. Yeah, somebody came into the live who is struggling. So let's deep breathe. When I say focus on the deck, that means focus your intention and slow the energy down. Okay? All right, let's find out what our message is for this weekend. This is the Rebel deck. It will hurt your feelings, but it's all in good fun. All right, here we go. What is our message for this weekend? Oh, you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit, okay? Oops, hang on, I have to verify myself on TikTok. Whoops. There we go. Okay. We were talking about this the whole time, right? You have a feeling you just can't shake. This knowing. And it's not like, well, I'm not so sure. You do. You do know. Okay. Where are you feeling stuck? Where are you feeling oppressed? Like, what is it going on in your life that you need to make a decision? Okay. What is stressing you out? What's holding you back? Is it yourself? Is it somebody else? You have to make that decision. It says that little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Listen to it. Stop doubting the universe. Stop doubting yourself. Okay. We just had a whole reading about all of this. And if you missed it, don't worry. The full thing's going to be up on YouTube as soon as we're done here. Okay. So you always know the answer. It's just acting on it that is the hard part, right? Been there, done that many times. Okay. So if you're having a hard time acting on it, just like I was talking about earlier with relationships, if you're in a relationship that you're not happy with and you have stayed in the relationship just because you don't want to cause any drama, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, remember, you're keeping that person from finding their person and from finding their peace. And you're also keeping yourself from doing the same thing. You're making two people suffer. Okay? So rip the Band-Aid and let the wound heal. Go through that little bit of tough time in order for you to be free, in order for you to free somebody else. If it's not a relationship issue, if it's a personal issue, what do you need to do? Okay, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, then make a plan. Today's a great day to make that plan because we have the 8 of Wands energy as the representative of today. So make a plan, have a goal, and then you got to start doing it. Tomorrow you might get a little bit of anxiety and doubt coming up because that's what's going to happen. Your brain's an asshole and your brain wants to keep you safe because it thinks if it can keep you in the same spot that you know because you've lived it day after day after day, that it's keeping you safe. But you know, I need to move out of this, right? So you have to do what is necessary for yourself to get you to where you want to be. And the universe wants to help you. Let them. Okay? Don't think you have to do it all on your own. You do not have to do all this on your own. The universe will always show you that they're there. Okay? Let them. Yep, I know that feeling. It'll quiet down for a little bit, but will always come back. Yeah, it will. Confirmation. Some people have been talking behind my back at work. Uh-oh. Got to make some changes. Yeah. And the thing is, too, Naomi, is, it says more about them than it says about you. Oh, that's 100% true, Sophia. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, because what I always tell people is like, consider the source. Who's talking shit about you or where are you getting your advice from? Consider the source. If somebody's talking shit about you, they are deeply unhappy with their own lives. Okay. If it's the boss, you need to find a new job. Yeah. Sorry, Naomi, but you deserve a place where you don't have that stress and you don't have that immaturity. Okay. Find a new job. But if it's coworkers or if anybody's talking trash about you, just understand that they are unhappy in their own lives. If you're doing something good, if you're doing something like for me, for example, me, I like to use myself all the time because why not? I know everything about me. But you know, you don't get a big platform where nobody talks shit about you. I have people talk shit about me all the time. And even before I had my big platform on TikTok, personal people that I know would talk shit about me. Do I care anymore? Absolutely not. Because I consider the source. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're talking shit about me because clearly they must be threatened about something or they're unhappy with in their own lives. And I feel bad for them, honestly. Like, I don't let it affect me, but I'm like, you know, that really sucks for you. I'm sorry you're going through that, and I hope life gets better. Right? And that's how we can see things when people are talking shit about us. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry things are so bad for you right now. I do hope they get better. And people will always talk shit about people that make them feel uncomfortable. So if your light is shining and you're happy or you're doing good things, very welcome. Oh, there's YouTube. It's back. That's so strange. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, you guys. But anyways, so yeah, I mean that's the roundabout thing about people talking trash about you. It's like they're just unhappy. If they see your light, they want to dim it because it makes it more palatable for them. And it's just something that you allow yourself to move away from. You see it for what it is, realize that's their problem, and you move on. I always say, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, nothing else out there matters, right? People talking shit about you doesn't matter. People doing stupid shit, whatever, it doesn't matter, but there you go. Do I believe in free yes or no's? No. Free readings, sure, if you want to, but yes or no's, that's not the way tarot was designed. Yeah, something weird did happen, and it happened at 11:11. That was interesting. I'm telling you guys, there's 44 right here on TikTok. Well, it was, and then we had 11:11 on the clock. I am seeing double numbers. I told y'all for a couple of so months it kind of faded off, but now every time I look at the clock or I have a receipt or something like that, it is double numbers or triple numbers. It's crazy. But I love that, Sophia. She says, you're my best friend. Thank you. I made a video about free yes or no's. Good. Yeah, so tarot is not designed for just straight up yes or no. Tarot is yes, but, or yes, and, or no, and, or no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous, the people that do the yes or no's. And it's all because somebody, you know, wanted to make up their own yes or no's to the cards. And it's not like that. Like, life is not black and white. So if somebody comes back or somebody asks, you know, so-and-so going to come back to me. I think I said this the other day. So-and-so going to come back to me. And the person tells them, yes, they are going to come back to you. Well, okay, that's fine. But what else is there? There could be a warning saying, yeah, they're going to come back and they're going to be the same shitty person that they were before because they've only been gone for 2 weeks. So yeah, I mean, you gotta know that. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for the free yes or no tarot questions. It's not a thing. Exactly. It's never a simple answer. You deserve more than that. You deserve a full explanation. You don't deserve just a black or white yes or no. It's like, well, tell me why no. Tell me why yes. Like, I need to know what's going on here. And that's why you deserve a full reading instead of just bloop, bloop. And people that do those typically don't even use the full deck for your reading. They go through like, where's, okay, I'll just use this one or this one. I have all my other decks back there and I have my teaching deck separated. So I'm not putting all that together because I don't have to go through that again. But they'll, oh yeah, doing free yes or no. So-and-so, somebody come back to you. Yeah, so and so am I going to get this job? No. And, you know, they're just like going through. No, if you're getting a reading, they need to be using the whole deck. Either they need to be using the entire deck or at least the entire amount of major arcana, because some people do only do major arcana readings, which, I mean, okay, fine, interesting, but to each their own. But they need to be using the entirety of the deck or the entirety of the major arcana. So just make sure that that's what you're looking out for. Don't go to people that have music blaring in the background or that are like yelling at you or like, yes, bitch, and all this. That's not a real reading, okay? A real reading is cool, calm, and collected. You discuss things, you're tapping in, you're doing all of that, right? We're not want to hear, I mean, we have to legally say it's for entertainment purposes, but we're not here for magic tricks. And that's the majority of what you see on social media is magic tricks. I had a girl a couple years ago stitch one of my videos or tag me in one of her videos or something like that. And I was talking about all the fake accounts on TikTok and how they're not even doing proper tarot at all. And she literally did a magic trick with her tarot deck and people believed it. And I'm like, she was shuffling, you know, doing the crazy shuffling, and she's like, I'd like the, you know, the high priestess, please. And then she pulls out the high priestess card. And I was like, bullshit. I was like, that was a sleight of hand. Like, people fall for it, you know, because people want to be entertained. Well, tarot and getting readings is not for, you know, shits and giggles. This is your life, right? Like you don't go to people. There's a lot of people on social media, and I understand this sounds like shit talking, but you also need to have awareness. There's a lot of people on social media talking about abundance and manifestation and all this other shit, and their lives are shambles. They haven't manifested a positive thing in their life ever. They haven't manifested a lot of money, and yet people are following them, and it's like, what are you doing? You don't go to a financial advisor who's broke, right? So, yeah, I missed all y'all's comments. Hang on. Oh my God, you need to watch my video. I'm saying and acting out the same exact way. Nice. I love it. Thing is, the person is so desperate for the answer. Yep. They will take what they get as a glimmer of hope. And that's what those people prey on. They prey on people's vulnerability. There was somebody who had like this little shaker thing, is an older woman. And she's standing outside and she's just shaking this little shaker. I don't know. And it has text. It's like, you know, you're going to receive luck in the next 3 days. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, and it got so many views and so many people in the comments. I claim this. What the fuck is I claim this? And the I claim this with or without sound. What? Oh man. Things like that have the tone set by being hype. Yeah. They're looking for a forced outcome. Yep. I listen now to several others, and frankly, what they give to pays it's also hurting them. Yeah. There was a guy, doing tarot readings. Allegedly, he's a medium. And like, we're just having like chit chat girl time now. So allegedly he's a medium, and I guess he teaches mediumship. I'm not sure, but he was also reading tarot. And I'm like, that's odd. Like, why would you, like, if you're such a good medium, psychic medium, like, why do you need tarot cards? But whatever. I mean, fine, use the tarot cards. But he was charging for readings, and he's doing the crazy shuffling. So he learned how to shuffle on TikTok or on Instagram, you know, the crazy chaotic shuffling. That is not tarot, you guys, not tarot. So he was doing the crazy shuffling and he had cards fall down, and he's like, oh, and he has no tarot spread that he's using. Okay, so he's just winging it. And he picks up a card. Yeah, totally being your feminine. You're welcome. Totally, like, picks up a card and reads out of the tarot book what it means. And he's giving the most, and it's okay if he's learning tarot, right? But he just charged that person and he gave the most basic reading that meant nothing. I sat there and watched, and I was like, she just paid for this. And he was like, yeah. He's like, so like you have the Ace of Wands, and here, the Ace of Wands means da, 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 da. So you have something that you're trying to do. Yeah. You have something you're trying to do. And then he pulled something, I can't remember what else. And then he pulled the Emperor. He's reading the Emperor, and he's like, just like trying to sort it out. And I'm like, this poor lady just paid for this reading and is getting nothing out of this reading. And I'm just like, it's okay if they're on live and they're learning and they're practicing, but they should absolutely not be charging for that, right? Because when you're practicing tarot, yeah, you need that feedback. You need to practice on other people, not just yourself. That's what I teach my students. If you want to learn tarot, do not just practice on yourself. You need to practice on other people, especially people that you don't know. Okay, this is why I created my tarot community. So you can go in there and meet people and practice with them, right? Because you need that feedback. You don't need to assume things because you know the person. So, anyways, yeah, he was practicing. That's fine. But he absolutely should not be charging. And I felt bad. And it was like 25, maybe 30, $40. I can't remember what his tiers were. And I'm just like, wow, you just, okay. It is disrespectful. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know his name. Just making sure. I would never pay for someone who's still learning. Oh, I know. Yeah. And they shouldn't ever require payment. So, yeah, I feel bad for her, but to each their own. Hopefully she'll learn a lesson and not do that. Right? If you're going to get a reading from somebody, make sure you check them out. Okay. I always tell people, like, you don't have to get a reading from me. That's okay. Check me out. See if you resonate with my style. If not, that's okay. There are other legit readers on here. But yeah, check them out. Follow them on live. Don't just like book a reading because you see somebody with a deck of cards in their hands. Don't pay them money until you see what they can do. And it's really hard on social media to know who's legit because you probably don't know what the cards mean, right? And so you're just taking them at their word. So if you want to find somebody who's a really good tarot reader, they will explain the cards to you. Okay. They won't just say, trust me, bro. Okay. They will explain the cards. I love explaining the cards because you have a better understanding of why that card came out and how that is playing out in your life. So you can connect to it more. You're not just going, oh, well, okay. I'll just take you at your word. No, I'm going to tell you what the card means. So yeah, because also you can get more out of your reading in that aspect. Yeah, go who you feel good with. Yeah, that's true, but also be careful because there are people out there that will just tell you what you want to hear. Like they'll hold up, I hate these videos. They'll hold up like, ooh, someone's coming back into your life. They miss you and they realize that you're the one and all this other stuff. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Or somebody's talking about you behind your back and they realize that you're so powerful, da, da, da. And these videos get hundreds of thousands of views because people are desperate. And it's sad, and people that are in desperate energy will go to the lowest common denominator because they want to hear something to make themselves feel better. And all it's doing is it's keeping them in a toxic loop. And it's even putting them further and further down. So yeah, we have a big responsibility as tarot readers to lead with integrity, lead with authenticity, to know exactly what the hell we're doing, know exactly how to read tarot the proper way so we're not doing damage to people. Yes, discernment, 100%. I've read for 10 years, never charged before in my life, but I like finding others who are real. Hey, whatever works, yeah. You explain them. Others almost hid the cards and started. Yeah. See, well, they will hide the cards because that way you can't call them out, or that way somebody like me can't call them out. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend my time, going to other people's readings and being like, this person is da da da. No, I'd rather just educate you on what to look for And you come to these sessions and you'll start to remember what the cards mean the more and more you come to these sessions. And that way you won't get scammed and you won't be following people that are just feeding you a line of BS. So let's show you the cards and not force it. Yeah. So, okay, my loves, I know this was a long one, but I felt like this conversation needed to be had. So I appreciate you all. If you have any other questions or anything like that, you can always DM me. If you would like to learn tarot, like I said, if you're on TikTok, you can look at the series. There should be a series tab, and you can get into to the series first. Or if you want to just like jump in, you can do my self-paced tarot apprenticeship. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, everything is linked in the description. Okay. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you missed the beginning of the reading, don't worry, it's all up on YouTube. So thank you all. I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time right here again, and we'll get the Tarotscope for the week. Okay? Mwah. Bye, y'all.